Hi, hope you are very, very well. So today we are going to be counting blocks and we're going to be counting in our hundreds, tens, and ones. Now, as you can see here below, we have our hundreds. So these are our hundreds. And we have, finishing off our hundreds. These are our tens. These are our blocks of tens in orange, and these are our ones. These are our blocks of ones over here in the yellow. And so we're going to count in hundreds, tens, and ones to enable us to find out the full amount. So the way that we do that is we count the largest number first, which is out of our hundreds, tens, and ones, which is the largest number. That's correct. The largest number is our hundreds. So we need to find out how many hundreds we have. So we have one group of hundreds, we have two group of hundreds, and this is our third group of hundreds. So we have three groups of hundreds. So we're just going to do hundreds, tens, and ones. This is our hundreds, tens, and ones chart here. So how many hundreds do we have? We have 1, 2, 3 hundreds. So we're going to pop a number 3 under our hundreds in our place value chart. Now we need to find out how many tens we have. So we're simply going to count up how many tens are in this group. We have 1 10, 2 tens, 3, 4, and 5 tens. So what number do you think we're going to add to our tens column in our hundreds, tens, and ones grid? We're going to add number 5. That's correct. We're going to pop a number 5 under the tens. Okay. And then the last one, how many ones? So the O stands for ones in hundreds, tens, and ones. So how many ones in this group do we have? Let's count them up nice and simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We have 6 ones. So what number are we going to pop in our hundreds, tens, and ones grid? That's correct. We're going to pop in a number 6 just like that. So after we pop in our numbers in our grids, we just need to double check we've popped in the correct amounts just to avoid any mistakes. So how many hundreds? We have one group of hundreds, 2, and 3. We have 3 groups of hundreds, and we're correct. We've popped in a 3 in our hundreds column. Perfect. Now we need to check how many tens we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are correct. We've popped a 5 into our tens column. Perfect. And the last one, what does the O stand for in our hundreds, tens, and ones column? Can you remember? Yep, it stands for ones because each one of these is just simply one, nice and simple. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we correctly popped a 6 into our hundreds, tens, and ones column. Now the question is, what number did we make? How many blocks are there all together? How many blocks are there all together? Can we read, can we read this number out? So this is how we read it. We have how many hundreds? We have 3 hundreds. How many tens? We have 5 tens. How many ones? We have 6 ones. So the number is 556. Sorry, 300. 356. 356. That's how many blocks we have. 356. Fantastic. Are you ready for another one? Here we go. Let's move that one out of the way. Here we go. We're going to do this one. Now, the first thing is, before we start, I'm going to quickly draw out our hundreds, tens, and ones grid, okay? So this is our hundreds, tens, and ones grid. And we're simply going to count up the amount that we have and pop the number into our hundreds, tens, and ones grid. Then we're going to read the number. So, as I said before, we start with the largest number. Out of our hundreds, tens, and ones, what's the largest number? You are correct. The largest number is our hundreds, which are over here. Now, really simply, we can simply see that we have two hundreds, okay? We have one group of hundreds here, and we have another group of hundreds here, okay? So what number are we going to pop into our hundreds column to represent how many hundreds we have? We're going to pop in the number 2 just like so. Moving on, we're going to count up how many tens we have. Now, we're not going to guess as some would like to do. We're going to take our time and simply count them. Won't take too long. So here we go. How many tens do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 tens. So what number are we going to pop into our tens column? Nice and simple, we're going to pop in number 8 because we have 8 tens, okay? And the last bit, how many ones, which is this group here, how many ones do we have? How many ones do we have? We're simply going to count them, then pop the number into our ones column. How many ones do we have? You ready to count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what number are we going to pop into our ones column? We're going to pop number 5 in there. So this number represents this full amount of blocks. But the question is, what number is it? So here, we're going to read the number together. We have 200s and we have 8 tens and 5 ones. And the number is 285. 285. That's how many blocks we have here. 285. Absolutely phenomenal. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a few sums to help work out some answers, okay? So what if I asked you the full amount of 700 plus 20, which is 2 tens, plus 5, which is 5 ones? What's the full amount? What is the total of 700, 20, and 5? How would we work it out? 700, 20, and 5. We can simply write 700. Then we're going to add our 20. That 2 doesn't look great. Let me write it again. Write it nice and clearly so you can see it. I do apologise. Let's do this again, just so you can see. 700. There we go. That's better. 20 and 5. Now, when we're adding up numbers, we need to make sure that all of the numbers go into the correct column. So just to help you out, this is our hundreds column. So everything in this column is hundreds. This is our tens column. So everything underneath this column are tens. And this is our ones column. So everything in this column represents our ones. Now we're going to simply add them all up. Let's put our adding sign there. We're going to add them all up and find out the total. So what is 0 plus 0 plus 5? What's 0 plus 0 plus 5? Fantastic. It's simply 5, so we pop in a 5 there. Next column, we're going to move to our tens. What is 0 plus 2? What's 0 and 2? Of course, it's simply 2 because 0 stands for nothing. And the last column, what is 7? It's just a 7 by itself. So we put the 7 all the way down into this column, like so. What is our answer? Our answer is 725. 725. So 720 and 5 equals 725. Absolutely brilliant. We're going to do another one. Are you ready? Fantastic. What if I asked you what 800 plus 40 plus, let's do 7. That's our numbers. We need to add them all up. So we can, just to help you, if you want, we can do our hundreds, tens, and ones. These are our columns just to make sure that we don't mix up our numbers. Because sometimes when we mix up our numbers, we can put the digits in the wrong column and we get the wrong answer, unfortunately. So here we go. Let's pop in our numbers. We have 800, making sure our 8 goes onto the hundreds. 800. Then we're going to pop 40. Now we're not going to pop 40 here. We're going to put our 4 under the tens because it's 4 tens make 40. So our 4 and our 0 go there. Then this 7, where do you think, in which column do you think we should pop the 7 into? Is it 7 tens? Is it 7 hundreds? Or is it 7 ones? It's 7 ones, okay? 7 ones because it's 7 by itself. Then we're going to simply add them all up, okay? So we're going to put our plus sign there just to help us remember that we're adding, we're not subtracting or timesing or dividing, we're adding, okay? So here we go, we're going to add in columns. What is 0, 0 and 7? Yep, it's a 7. What is 0 and 4? 0 plus 4. 0 plus 4, of course, it's 4. And 8 by itself, move it all the way down, is 8. What is our total? Our total is 847. 847. Because we added 800s, 40, and 7. Absolutely fantastic. Moving on, we're going to do one more. Is that okay with you? Just one more. You're doing ever so well, ever so well. This time we're going to add 400 plus 70 plus, nice and simple, plus 6, okay? This time, I'm not going to put hundreds, tens, and ones column. Let's see if we can do it without the grid. So, 400. Where would we put the 70? Now, we know that it's not 700s, is it? So we know that the 70 needs to come in this column, the 7 needs to be in this column, the 0 needs to be in this column, because we have no hundreds. It's the number 70, which doesn't include any hundreds. So our 70 goes there. Where do we put number 6? Because we don't have any hundreds. See, it's just 6 by itself, 6 ones, no hundreds, no tens, so our 6 must be in the ones column, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to add them all up, easy peasy. Now remember, we pop our addition sign there to make sure, to remind us that we are adding, we're not subtracting or dividing, we are adding. So here we go, let's start with this column. We always start with the column on the right. So 0 plus 0 plus 6, nice and simple, equals 6. 0 plus 7 is 7, and 4, bring it all the way down, is 4. What is the answer? 476. 400s plus 7 tens or 70 plus 6 is the same as or equal to 476. Absolutely phenomenal work as always. Well done.